there's anybody here with us, can you make one of these devices light up?
Ginger.
Here we go.
Getting so many words through. Oh,
thank you.
Thank you very much. Whoever's just lit that up.
Ginger.
Again.
It said you're next as well.
Didn't it?
I wonder what that means.
Yeah, what does that
You're
mean?
next, Ginger.
Whoa. Can you try and show yourself around me again? What was that? Hey guys, and welcome back to our latest episode from Lancaster Castle. Anyone who watched the video we did a few weeks ago at Hess Bank will have seen that we got the name Abigail through, and somebody was telling us to go up to Lancaster Castle several times. So we decided we were going to go up as soon as possible just to see what the relevance to that actually was. Now this castle does have a very dark and ominous history dating back a very, very long time, thousands of years. Between 1800 and 1865, a total of 213 people were executed at the castle. It actually became known as the hanging town of England because outside of London there was more public executions carried out in Lancaster than anywhere else in the country. Out of the 213 hangings between 1800 and 1865, only 20% of those were actually for murder. Most of the others were things like highway robbery, uttering, which was banknote forgery, arson, and things as little as sheep and horse theft. Prior to 1800, all of the executions were carried out at Gallows Hill, which is now known as Williamson's Park to anyone local to Lancaster. One of the most famous hangings that happened at Gallows Hill was of the Pendle Witches, where 9 of the 10 witches were actually hung. The other one was hung in York. The Pendle Witches were convicted of witchcraft on the basis of having caused the deaths of 17 people in and around the forest of Pendle. Now between 1800 and 1865 all executions were carried out at what was known as the Hanging Corner, which was a small tower on the east side of the building. Now after 1868 the law required that all executions be held in private instead of public, so they had a purpose-built execution shed where all of the executions took place after that. There were only actually 48 single occupancy cells at this point, as it was considered essential for each inmate to have their own cell. In 1916, the castle was actually closed temporarily as a convict prison and used for German prisoners of war instead. It opened back up as a normal prison for convicts in 1954. With all this death and darkness and mystery surrounding the castle, we figured it would be a great place for an investigation and to see what we could actually get. The most notorious and well-known spirit from the castle is actually of Anne Rothwell, who was the wife of William Talbot Rothwell. Now there's a lot of stories and variations on how she actually died. Everyone knows that she fell from the tower. A lot of people think she was actually climbing up there to clean the clock and she just slipped and fell. Other people believe she was actually trying to stop her husband from being executed. So she was trying to climb up there to stop the clock from chiming. Another variation of the story is that it was actually her father that was going to be put to death and she was trying to save his life. Now there's many variations of this story. Nobody seems to actually know the truth of what happened, so we thought we'd come up here and try and let Anne give us some answers herself. Now Anne Rothwell, to anyone who knows the history of the castle, is better known as a woman in white or a lady in white. This particular apparition tends to usually be describing a female ghost that died in some sort of story about tragedy, loss, betrayal. and they're often seen wandering the grounds of wherever they are, just wearing a white dress. Anne Rothwell's is actually one of the most noticeable tombs at Lancaster Castle. It's one of the largest, and also for the last however many years the head has actually been missing from this tombstone. There was actually a bit effort by the local council in 2015 to launch a fundraiser to have the head reattached, but it actually failed. So Anne's tombstone is actually still headless. Now, with so many different stories surrounding her death and so much mystery, we're not really surprised that if Anne's still trapped in those grounds, there is a reason. Maybe she wants a story to be told, maybe she wants somebody to find out what actually happened. So that's why we came up here. We came up here with all intentions of speaking to Anne, and hopefully to try and find out why we were being told by Abigail that we had to go up to the castle. Amazingly, we got answers to both questions when we got there, so please guys, enjoy the video, like the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please give us a chance. We're out here trying to get some of the best evidence we can possibly get and share it with you guys. So that being said, enjoy the video guys. Peace, I'll see you soon. Hey guys, we're up here at Lancaster Castle. There's still a few people around at the moment, so we've decided to come down to the Roman bathhouse area and see what we get down here first. Anyone who's watched the Hesbank video we did a few weeks ago will know that something was telling us to come up to the castle. I had a quick walk around here a few weeks ago just to see what the area was like, but it was still daytime, so me and Darren thought we'd come up here at night and see what we can capture, so let's go.
So we're here at this Roman bathhouse. Hopefully we can make contact with somebody that used to visit here. Is there anybody around this bathhouse that wants to come forward and speak? Can you show yourself in front of this camera? Unfortunately we can't get any closer to it because of the fence in the way, but if there's anybody here, can you make one of these devices light up? I'm going to get another device out that you be able to use your voice. You can speak to us. Speak into this.
Reapplications.
As soon as I turned that on, it came up reapplications.
Reapplications?
Other than that, it's been absolutely nothing.
What the hell? What does reapplications mean?
What do you mean by reapplications?
Innuendos.
Innuendos? Sexual things, eh? I can get on board with that, it's fine.
It was a bathhouse.
It was, mate.
You never know what went on.
See, I don't really want to sit that there, because knowing me, it's going to fall on the floor.
Just in case we have any spirits around here, let me introduce myself. My name's Darren.
My name's Mark.
So feel free to come forward and speak to us. We're not here to harm you in any way.
So if you can't find one of these devices up here, let us know you're here. What was that noise?
No idea.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What was a strange noise that?
We're filming.
What did it say?
Photograph.
Ah, it said film before though, didn't it? Someone wanted us to film.
Can you show yourself on camera? Got the word ectoplasm before, can you show yourself on that?
I'm going to turn my light on, see if anything shows up a little bit better. There we go. Right, there's a bit of light on there now. Can you try and show yourself around, Darren, so we know you're here? It's sitting very peaceful around here at the moment, apart from that weird noise we just heard. Neil.
Neil.
Neil, yeah.
Devices.
Devices.
We have devices out, that's right.
I like that.
You can use your energy to make them, to affect them.
And this one's a new device. So the fact it's just said devices in photograph is quite impressive.
You can use your energy to make these light up. We'll back away a bit, make you feel a bit more comfortable.
Yeah, I promise we're not here to harm you. We're just here to speak to you. I can't believe this is over 2,000 years old, mate, or around 2,000.
Yeah.
That's pretty mind-blowing,
Mad,
actually. Oh, I've been waiting for mine to do that, mate, to be honest. Stuart.
I think that was just wind and not...
Yeah. That came through with Neil.
knocking it off.
Neil first, and the second name was Stuart, which is my brother.
Neil Stewart.
Yeah, Neil Stewart. So Stuart, but weirdly enough, Stuart is spelt with S-T-E-W, so it could be a surname. But it is my brother's name, but it's not spelt E-W, so that could be a surname spelling it that way. Is there a Neil Stewart here with us now? And try and light one of these devices up that's on this fence. None of them have budged yet, apart from yours falling off.
Can you make one of these devices light up, please?
Wyatt.
Wyatt?
Neil Stewart and Wyatt. The first three words that have come through have all been names, mate. Deceased. You're giving us a lot of names here. Are all, any of you people here with us now? Wyatt, Stewart or Neil? Give us a clue. Do something else for us. Let us know you're here.
Mo.
Let's say hello.
Mo.
Mo?
M-O-E. Mo, it's not a very common name,
Is it? It's not a common name. There's a lot of names coming through though, isn't there?
Mo, can you give us a sign if you're present? Oh.
Has it finally moved?
Just starting to move.
What, the EMF? Oh yeah. Thank you. Whoever's doing
I
that.
just said to give us a sign of your presence.
Yeah. Can you keep lighting that up? That blue one?
That's it, you just keep going.
I'm trying. Keeps going higher each time as well.
Vampires.
Vampires. Oh, what?
Vampires?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
something to do with the vampire. Oh, 0.8. It's climbing. Please keep going. Put all your energy into that. Into that device there. Make it light up.
Follow the sign.
Follow the sign. There's a sign.
Give us a sign.
There's a sign right there. I wonder if that's what it means. Vampirus. It's just said that. I've never heard that. It's a very random word. What do you mean vampirus? Is there a vampire around here?
Millers.
Malice? What the hell? Is that another name? So if that's another name, it sounds very old-fashioned.
Zachary.
Zachary. How many friggin' names are coming through, mate? Everything's a name. I'm not just sure if malice is a word or a name. Bad and harmful. Right after vampires have come through, mate.
What? Bolshevist.
It won't
What the
leave.
hell's
Bolshevik.
Bolshevik?
What the hell? So Latin for malice, it's Latin as well, but malice means bad or harmful, right after vampirus had come out, mate. And then it won't leave. Right, can anyone light this up that's in my hand? While my lighting, my camera's switched off, I can see it better now. Oh, Christ. Someone knocked Darren's off. I'm assuming that was definitely the wind again.
That's going back in me bag.
Yeah, it's...
I'm not sure if when I just pointed that at you, something just
Did it?
flew down at you.
When you just picked your K2 up, that moved. It was the first time it's moved for a little while as well.
If that was you, can you show yourself around Mark again?
Yeah, please do, if you're around here. And if you can, try and spike that device in my hand at the same time. False. Do you mean false as in Darren didn't just see you? Was it something else? That's just moved.
What do you left?
Yeah, 0.3 it went to. Still going now. Anyone around that can light this one up while my camera's on it? I've got Darren on my camera as well, so if you can show yourself around him. I'll leave my light turned off for another few seconds. Just what? Pegboards?
Pegboard?
What the hell's a pegboard?
Isn't that something they used to use for counting or something, like a pegboard?
Yeah, I think it might be. Like, again, very old-fashioned, so that kind of makes sense here. It's Roman. If this place really is around 2,000 years old, can you come? You must be a few of you here. Come and give us a clue. Give us a sign that you're here. Make a loud noise or something. We're going to go and have a wander up to the castle shortly. Would you prefer that? Light one of these devices up if you want us to go near the castle. When we were at Hess Bank, someone was telling us to come up to the castle, so we're here now. 20.
Came through 60.
Just said 60 before as well.
Six
Yeah.
spirits.
Six spirits, mate. What? Is one of them spirits bad? He did say that before. He told us vampirous before. He tried to tell us there's a vampire around here. It's not something that's really common knowledge nowadays. If they did exist at some point, I don't think they do anymore, but if they did, give us a clue. That's what we're here for. We're here for proof. I don't really want to get bitten, but apart from that, feel free to prove it. Oh, and just let me put that away 1 second.
1960s.
1960s. Right, after it said 60 and 6 spirits.
Yeah.
And for anyone watching the video, if you haven't seen the t-shirt yet, there's, I don't know how well you can see it on the night vision camera. Does it show up?
It's actually not too bad.
Does it show up alright? Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a lovely picture of Darren, Leah, and my ugly mug here on the side. If anyone's interested in any of our merchandise, we're planning on ordering a lot more, so comment on this video. Oh, hello. There's somebody around.
It sounded like the padlock on the gate.
It did. Right, we'll just film Darren again. Put the light back on because it's getting a bit dark. Before we leave here, can somebody show up around Darren, please? We know things do show up quite well on this colour camera now. It's been tested over and over again, and it's caught a lot of things. To be honest, since I've had this camera, mate, some of the best ones we've caught have been on the colour.
Yeah.
Which amazes me. I never thought this would pick them up.
Joyce.
Nice. But yeah, we thought we'd come and have a little investigation near this Roman bathhouse just while we're waiting for people to clear out away from the castle grounds. I'm just going to go and film a little bit of this sign over here, mate, just so I can see what it says. Did say sign before, didn't it? Or follow the sign. This is the sign where we are now, Lancaster Roman bathhouse. Just trying to find this date on it here where it says it's been restored. 3:30 AD. It did say follow the sign, didn't it? I'm wondering if there's, because there's a little map.
Yeah.
It's only telling you where we are. Yeah, so we've got the Roman bathhouse where we are.
So the fort must have been literally just up here.
Yeah, where that hill is where all the people are sat. So it says follow the sign if it wants us to go now. It did say follow the sign, didn't it?
Oh, don't many people who sit there and realise they're actually sitting on an old Roman fort.
I know. They probably don't even know this is here. Like I say, I didn't. Look at that dude. This is where he used to come and take a bath. Wash his socks and sandals. So I don't want them to think I'm taking the mickey. Just because I am, I don't want them to know. He's got a sword, mate. It could hurt me. Right, just wanted a little bit of footage of this sign. We're gonna leave here now. If there's anyone here that wants to keep talking to us though, feel free. As we were making our way from the Roman bathhouse up towards the castle, we stumbled across something which stopped us both in our tracks and blew us both away, to be quite honest. If you haven't seen the Hess Bank video we uploaded a few weeks ago, you might not understand the significance of this, so I have included a few short clips of that video just so you can see why we were so surprised at what we caught here. Take a look at this.
Abigail, are you attached to Mark?
Whoa.
Look at that. Just for the recorder, there are some people in the background, so you may get a bit of...
Yeah, there's a lot of
noise
people around. Castle.
Abigail, are you still here with us? You said that you were attached to Mark. Can you confirm if that's true?
Try and show yourself around both of us. That's definitely one I won't see till I'm reviewing. What's a castle again?
Castle again?
I just said castle before. Do you want us to go to the castle?
Maybe it's what we need to do then.
Yeah, I'm thinking that, mate. If there's a spirit here that wants us to investigate around the castle, light one of these up for us, please. We'll make it the next place. Instantly. The REM pod. Yeah, that is quite strange, mate.
Just a shame somebody's graffitied it.
I know, yeah, Abigail. Clear as day. We got that through at Hess Bank, saying she was attached to me, and kept getting the word castle through as well. And every time I've come up here, I've sat right here against this grave. So I'll tell you what, mate, if she is attached to me, it's from when I've been up here with Rachel, because we haven't been up here before. That's quite unusual, mate. There isn't there? Lots of bats. That's interesting, mate.
Very.
It's one of the only words you can actually see on that gravestone is Abigail. Right, so there's still quite a few people around the castle at the moment. So we've just come down to a field that we saw on that Roman bathhouse sign saying that there was a Roman fort here. And we found a big tree that's surrounded with bats flying around everywhere. So we're gonna investigate here because it looks like a lot of fun. But like you just said, mate, yeah, we just got vampirous and now there's bats everywhere. So like you say, it could be vampire bats. But there's loads of them. Looks like someone's had a little barbecue or a fire. See if anything wants to show up around this tree. But it's not bats.
Show yourself next to Mark.
The bat just flew right behind your head. Sonar, baby. Where's that just gone? Oh, it's there. Well, that was clever. Right. Yeah, stay there. Can you see that, yeah?
Yeah.
Just about. Oh, will you piss off? Boom. How's that look on that tree? Does it look
well on this?
Does it look the best? Does it look good? Does it show up? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna really have to try that at some point soon, mate. Just leave a camera sat next to it, see if someone can set it off. Because we haven't been anywhere we could use it properly yet, have we? Well, Newsham Park, but we couldn't film, so it's a bit of a shame, that one. Is there anyone here that can light that device up that I've just put there? With the green light on it? Thought I'd better get a torch out, it's getting to that time, isn't it? What if I leave that there? Can you set one of those off, eh? Yeah? Oh, is it? Was there something about? Is it? Right, I'll put them few devices there and I'm going to step back a bit as well. After I've got my night vision camera out. We want to film with all these babies tonight. Let's just hope this isn't a spotlight, because I'm going to put this on here facing that way and then film with my colour one, mate. So hopefully it won't blind it. I'm just wondering now, I might not need the IR light.
Oh, it's alright in the bumper about way.
How's that?
No, it's no good, mate.
Is it shining?
Can't see shit.
Joking. That's just with the two on the top?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. That's so weird, isn't it?
Yeah, honestly, with that one, it's like you've got a torch in your hand.
That's just so friggin' weird. Right. Try this a different way then. At least I know this is recording this time. When we were up at Hess Bank, I was out there with it in my hand filming and it wasn't even recorded. Only thing is, it's probably, it's going to be the wrong angle, isn't it? Yeah, fuck's sake. To be fair, let's see, one night vision might be enough, mate. Is it picking anything up? Is it seeing stuff, yeah? Really? If there's someone around who's showing themselves on that camera around me, can you light one of these devices up, please? Let us know you're here. Darren can see you on that camera. I'm going to put this down as well. If you need to, take the energy out of this.
It's 13k2, mate.
Oh shit, yeah. Weird that, innit? It didn't set the cat ball off though. I was really thinking it was going to set that off right there. Right, I'm going to step back now. So if you are there, can you light one of those up, please? That switched itself on again.
Turned on again.
You're joking. Why is it always the SP11? Always just switches itself on. That's weird, mate. That does that all the time, doesn't it? Maybe someone wants to use that and talk through it, because it is weird they always set that off. And someone shoot round Darren while I've got my camera pointing on him, if he can't set them devices off. Darren's just seen you on that camera, we know you're here. And we know there's a lot of bats here too. We will go and investigate up at the castle shortly, guys. There's just still a few people lingering around. I'm assuming that was definitely Darren that set that one off.
Yeah, that was me, mate.
Please, there has to be someone around that can set one of these devices off. Take the energy from that box there. I'm going to switch this on so you can speak to us again as well. Something needs to set one of them off, they're very quiet. Right.
In Premiere.
As soon as I've switched it on, what does that mean?
No idea.
In Premiere. Right, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to come straight off this again.
Just stay on it, I'll go.
Are you sure, mate?
Yeah.
That's so strange. In Premiere. It was IM, mate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll put this back around my neck and I can grab it. What do you mean by in Premiere? Can you give us a clue? That's not a word I've ever heard of before. Darren's just looking it up now, but if you can tell us what it means.
Eliminate.
Eliminate?
That's what it would
That's
be.
not what it means, is it?
If it said eliminate.
I know, if that is what it means, I've just asked what it means. And it says eliminate straight away.
To impress.
Stamp or mark. We're not stamping or marking any of us. You can impress us if you want by turning them devices on. I'll be very impressed if you can do that.
Just go near this one. If you come near this metal antenna, you can make it light up like that.
Let's swap to a different light after you've let go of it. Which making me think maybe someone touched that around the same time as you.
Can you go near that antenna?
Please try and light that device up. Who was telling us before that there was a vampire here? What the hell? Standing in someone's barbecue there, I'm sorry. Good job it's not still warm, I'd have melted my shoes. Can you give us your name? Who told us there was a vampire around here? Because that one's got me curious.
We're still here.
We're still here. Right after I just asked that. Right, if you're still here, give me your name, because we had several come through around the time that came through. Who was it who told us there was a vampire? Like I say, that is interesting round here, mate. It's not something I ever expect to get anywhere, but you never know what happened. Was there something there?
Sure, like a mist is just...
Is there?
I'm flying out of me.
Not breath, is it?
No.
No, I was going to say it's not cold.
I'll have to review that.
Yeah. Alright. Can you try and do that again? I've switched this light off so there's no interference.
Door.
Door. There's no door here. Can you try and show yourself around me again? What was that? Did you see something fly behind me then?
Yep.
What the hell was that? Can you do that once more? That wasn't a bat. There's no way on earth that was a bat. Why does it sound like someone's making a noise in the tree above us?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Show yourself around me or behind me again on that camera. That was so clear, thank you. Try and do it one more time while I've got my light switched off. I'll stand out a lot brighter.
Short.
Shart. I always says it like that, don't it? Right, if this was known for Romans around here, I can't imagine...
Satan.
Satan.
Bit random after door and shot though, isn't it? To get Satan through. Is Satan here with us now? Is there something evil here? Who have I just seen on that camera behind me? Who have me and Darren just seen? We know there's someone here, we've just seen you. Can't wait to slow that one down when I review it, because it was too long to be a bug or anything, and it certainly wasn't a bat. There's no chance. I was just thinking, am I still recording for the audio, but yeah, I am.
If there's anybody here with us, can you make one of these devices light up?
Ginger.
Here we go.
Here we go again. Same as always. Not heard it for a while though.
Got someone else calling me a ginger Viking now.
Ginger. Satan. Ginger Satan. It is so funny how often Ginger comes, but we've had it since the Barras.
Yeah.
It's not come through for a little while actually. It's used to get told that all the time, but it's been a while now.
Impious.
Impious. Some of these words really do sound Roman. Impious, mate. That sounds like a very Roman type word. Like Invictus and stuff like that. They're all Roman. They all sound a bit Roman words like that, don't they? Were you talking about Darren when you said ginger? Impious. I-M-P-I-U-S. Lacking in reverence or proper respect.
As for God or one's parents. Satan.
Yeah. Just thinking the same thing, mate, when I read that. We've just had Satan come through and then impious. Showing a lack of respect towards God or one's parents.
What's that right now?
Yeah.
The church.
Yep. That's strange, isn't it? That is so weird. I thought I just heard footsteps coming up here. I thought that must have been a person, but there's no one there. I swore I just heard someone walking up behind us. Have we just heard someone? If someone's just walked up here near us now, like one of these up. It's a shame that train come past and drowned it out. I could hear footsteps then. I genuinely thought someone was coming up behind us there.
I'll move something.
Please do. We've got plenty of things lying around. Move one of them. If you can do that, we'll be very impressed. And I'm going to put this down here. Hopefully it won't interfere with the K2 from there. And then I can get this torch out. Was that the REM?
That was the REM.
It fucking was, wasn't it? Please keep going, whoever's just lit that up. We just heard that. Please, please light that up again. Can you do it even more? Yeah, I heard it. It was very quick. I don't think my camera would have even picked that up, to be honest. Whoever's just lit that device up there with the antenna, can you get as close as possible to it and make it light up as much as you can? I promise we don't mean you any harm at all. And just in case you didn't hear before when we introduced ourselves, my name's Mark.
And mine's Darren.
Please keep talking.
Please keep talking. Please keep lighting that up. We promise we will keep talking. We're not going anywhere yet. We just want to know that you're here and establish a way of talking to
I
you.
threw something.
I threw something. Right after it just said I'll move something. What did you throw? We didn't hear it. Can you throw something else? There's a few cans and things around here. It'd be pretty cool if a can just flew up my head, wouldn't it? It was for the footage anyway, maybe not for me. If I walk away, can you light that up again, please? Someone that come up that way, mate. Coming down here, I think.
Join us.
Join us, yeah.
So you're going to take us to the spirit realm?
We can't use that name.
Can we keep talking?
Can we keep talking?
Of course.
It's just said the same thing. Yeah, look. If anyone watching the video, it's just come through. Please keep talking, and then can we keep talking right afterwards? And I'll move something, and then I threw something straight afterwards. If you really did throw something, can you throw something else, please? Make it clear so we can hear it. And if you can, do it so I can get it on film. Is that picking up any bats?
Not that I've seen, but
No.
I haven't been looking at the screen the whole time.
Ah, fair enough, mate. Just wondering, actually, another place for us, other night vision camera might be good there behind you, on that little mound pointing this way, mate.
Yeah, it looks good.
Right. If at any point while we're asking questions, if you can, while we're here asking questions and asking you to set these devices off, try and show yourself on that camera around us and around this tree.
It says Obdo code to draw over, cover, lead, against, pass, spend, to be hard.
Assist, injure, last. Oh, bloody hell.
I have no idea.
I've never heard that word again.
Like that.
No. Getting so many words through. Oh,
thank you.
Thank you very much. Whoever's just lit that up.
Ginger.
Again.
Yeah, again.
Ginger again.
That's right.
Thank you very much. Whoever's just lit
I've
that
just
up.
got real bad chills, man.
Have you? As if that's just said ginger again right after that's lit up.
Real bad chills.
Oh yeah, mate, you can see you've got goosebumps and everything. Anyone watching this footage, Darren's been called Ginger twice, and someone's just come forward and lit that REM pod up. Thank you, whoever's lit that up. Can you light it up again if were you talking about Darren?
It said you're next as well.
Didn't it?
I wonder what that means.
Yeah, what does that
You're
mean?
next, Ginger.
Whoa, I don't know, but as soon as you just asked that, the REM went
Are you
again.
talking about me?
Yeah, you speaking about
Light
Darren?
that up again if you're talking about me.
Whoever's come forward now has got a lot of energy, because that's maxed out both times. We're guessing you've got a lot of power, whoever you are. Can you light that up one more time for me, please, while I've got my camera on it? We promise we don't mean you any harm. If you've just come forward, we're just here to speak to you. We don't mean any harm or disrespect by being here. If you're okay with us being here, can you light that up again? Someone did just ask us if we could keep talking twice. We'll be here for a little while so you can speak to us. If that's okay, light that device up again, please.
Let's be friends.
Always an ominous one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why would you like to be friends? Who do you want to be friends with, should I ask? Do you mean Darren?
Say my name if it's me.
Yeah, if you mean Darren, say his name on that device, please. If you mean me, light that one up. It's always a bit worrying when you get things like "let's be friends" or I need trust. Betsy, it's not the first time we've heard Betsy come through. Betsy, is it you lighting that device up? If it is, can you do it one more time for us, please? Just get close to this one with the antenna again and light it up if it's you. Well, to be honest, even the others will do. You can light any of them up. Can you make one of these balls flash? Just come close to that ball there and touch it really gently and it'll light up. You barely have to touch it. Betsy's here, I'm assuming she's got energy, because like I say, that REM spiked quite high twice, didn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't a little bit. Murmur. What do you mean by murmur?
Heart murmur.
I was just thinking I had a heart murmur when I was a baby, and that's why I'm wondering what it means by murmur, because I had one. But yeah, a bit weird to get murmur through, because I did have a heart murmur when I was a baby, mate. Is that what you meant? Excuse the background noise if anyone can hear that. We're right near a train track. Betsy, come back and speak to us. Where have you gone? Was it you that lit that device up? She's gone very quiet again now, hasn't it? The REM's just stopped completely. Yeah, mate, it's getting chilly, isn't it? I was going to take my hoodie off and show off the t-shirt, but I don't know if it's a good idea. That was definitely Darren that set the cat ball off. Darren's playing football with it. Love it. Betsy, if you are here, can you show yourself on that camera? We'll kneel down here. Can you show?
Outside.
I'm outside. We're all outside.
We're all outside.
We're all outside and it's getting quite cold. Are you cold? Can you show yourself around me on that camera? It should be pointing right at this tree. I won't see it until I review it, but make it clear. I'm hopeful that maybe people should have disappeared from around the castle now.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
I'm hoping if we go down there shortly, because it's we're getting the odd little bit down here, but it is very quiet. Well, I said ginger twice, which is quite funny. I mean, we've heard it say it so many times, but never twice in one go. Especially after it says "you're next," and then "let's be friends."
You're next, Ginger.
It's a bit weird, that, isn't it? Is Abigail here? We kept getting that name when we were at Hess Bank, and it kept coming up saying Castle. And we've just found a grave over there with the name Abigail on it as well. So if it was you telling us to come up here, can you light that device up with the green light on it? You were making that go crazy in the car when we were at Hess Bank. And I haven't seen it budge once since we've been here, so it'd be quite convincing if it does now, because it hasn't gone off at all. But Abigail, come forward if you're here. Leg. We've had that through quite a few times in the past, haven't we? But not for a while.
Yeah.
What do you mean by leg? Do you mean one of our legs? What about it? You said Darren's next, are you going to do something to his leg? Imagine Darren being dragged down that hill by his leg.
Thanks.
Hey, Abigail, stop it. Right, who is here with us now? You haven't given us another name since I've asked you for one. We were getting nothing but names before.
I'm trying to put mine on as well.
But yeah, since I've just asked for the name of who lit that up, nothing, no one's given us a name, so I don't even know who's lit. Vincent. Oh, it did give us the name Betsy, but then when I asked if it was her, it didn't confirm it. Vincent, was it you that lit that up? Why does Vincent sound like it could be the name of a fucking vampire? It's that sort of name, isn't it? It wouldn't surprise me if that was the name of someone who was a bit vampirous. Probably doesn't mean vampire, maybe it just means someone a bit vampire-like that maybe ate meat or was a bit of a cannibal or something. Like, maybe drank blood or something, because I can't imagine that was that uncommon. I'm thinking it must have been your device set that off, yeah?
Yeah, it was.
Retaliate.
Retaliate. Well, you don't need to retaliate against us, we're not doing anything. Vincent, was it you that lit that device up before? If so, can you please do it again? Because nobody's confirming who did that. We'd like to know. I'm guessing you were doing it to get Darren's attention, because you kept saying things to get his attention as well.
Oh, my back's killing me.
Is it? Your back hurting again?
Unperpetrated.
Mate, oh my suit, that might have been the vibration. The cat bottle just went off when it said that. Has it got a speaker there?
Yeah.
Ah, it could have been the speaker then. Debunked.
What does that say?
Weird how it just stopped.
Stand up.
Stand up. We've stood up.
What do I say? Unperpetrated. What? Unperpetrated.
That's weird.
No idea what that
I know what perpetrator means. It's someone who did something, but unperpetrated. That's a new one.
Stand up.
If this is someone speaking to us now, and not just random
My
words
ashes
coming
are
through,
here.
that's definitely not them. I'm sorry to laugh, but that's definitely not your ashes. You mean around this castle? If your
I
ashes...
feel like someone could have had their ashes spread.
I'm just going to say, if someone has had their ashes scattered around here, can you light one of them devices up? I'm sure there's probably a lot of people who have. Belittling. We got that at S Bank as well. I thought it was a bit of a weird one. When we were sat in the car, it said belittling. And it came through after we were laughing as well, like it's just done now.
Yeah.
So maybe it thinks we're trying to belittle them by laughing at them.
Oh, we're not trying to belittle.
I do apologise if that's what you think. We're not doing that at all, I promise.
Several entities.
Several entities. We just got the 6 of us here before. Is there still 6? We got the number 6 before.
Occurrence.
Occurrence.
What occurred?
I'm only 5.
I'm only 5. I've never heard that.
Never heard that.
Anne. Mate. Anne.
No way.
No way, we've
No
been
way,
waiting
mate.
for the word Anne, the White Lady. The statue of the White Lady at Lancaster Castle. It was Anne. We'll have to have a look at the research properly when I make the video, but we did say if Anne comes through, we're going to be really impressed. Anne, if you're here with us now, can you please light one of these devices up? We've been waiting for your name to come through. Wow, mate, that's impressive. We've been waiting for that.
Yeah.
All the names that have been coming through, that's the one we wanted, and it's here. She's here. Anne, show us that you're here, please. Light one of these devices up.
My head's tingling.
Is it? It's you that we're mainly here to speak to.
We've heard the stories about how you jumped off the tower and committed suicide. Can you please come and give us a clue why you did it?
It's a bit foggy because it's not sure. We're not sure if she jumped or if she fell.
Yeah.
Dark side.
Dark side. Bit weird, isn't it? After.
Anne, can you tell us? Did you jump or did you fall? Because I know you were trying to save your lover from being executed. Can you tell us if you jumped or if you fell?
Flowers.
Flowers. If you jump suddenly, does that mean you fell suddenly and you didn't mean to jump? So I suppose if you fell, it could be quite sudden. And if that's what you mean, yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. And if you did fall and you didn't mean to actually jump, can you please come up to this device here? Just get close to that antenna like that and light it up. That wasn't even going off really when I touched it, which is weird. But usually, if that is what you mean, Anne, if you fell, can you please light that device up that I've just touched, just to show us? I can't believe Anne came through, mate. And it's A-double-N without an E. I'm pretty sure that is how hers is spelled. It's the same way, mate, yeah. I thought that as soon as I just got it on film. It's the same spelling and everything. And Anne is usually with an E. So that's the unusual way of spelling it as well. Anne, can you do something else to let us know you're here with us, please? Can you light one of these devices up? They're very quiet at the moment. Or can you light one up if you'd rather we went nearer to the castle? Oh, fucking hell, there's someone coming. I just saw a head walking away. What?
Corridor.
Mate, what the fuck do these words mean? I'm going to have to look that one up as well. Coruo. What the?
Brandon.
Brandon? The voice on that's a bit creepy, mate. Coruo, what the fuck?
Negative.
Negative, oh.
Yeah, we're being watched.
You what?
We're being watched.
I'm not surprised.
Now, Darren and myself didn't actually understand the significance of what we'd captured here and how amazing this evidence actually was. We were blown away by the fact we got the name Anne coming through, who was the main spirit we were hoping to speak to when we went to the castle. But a lot of the words coming through were in Latin and Roman, so we didn't understand what they meant at the time. It was only after the investigation, when we were doing the research and looking more into what these words meant, we realised that Coruo actually means to fall to the ground from a height, which we're assuming refers to the tower. We'd also got the word suddenly through right before that as well. So it looks like maybe Anne was telling us she suddenly fell to the ground from a height. And to make this evidence even more impressive, we also got the word unperpetrated, which basically just means that there was no perpetrator involved and nobody else was to blame. So it looks like Anne was telling us it was an accident. She suddenly fell from a height and nobody was to blame. So please let us know, guys, if you think this is genuine evidence or just a coincidence. Did we actually speak to the woman in white?
When you go a bit nearer the castle, near to your gravestone, will you be able to come forward and speak to us while we're there?
How much does it? Oh, that actually looks quite good. That is quite clear.
Well, I'm quite impressed with this killer.
Me too, mate. That seems quite good. And if you are here, can you show yourself around Darren now? I'll turn that IR light down slightly. We just got your name coming through before, and we're right near your monument now. Can you show yourself? Somebody just told us to stay away when we were talking about coming up here. That wasn't you, was it? Mate, something just shot past you. Really thin
Correct.
and really long. Just shot like right up behind the back of your head. Can you do that one more time, please? That absolutely wasn't a bug. That was so quick, I wasn't so close to the door.
And are you still here with us?
Please show yourself around, Darren, if you're here. My God, even with that IR torch turned off, your face is just white from here, mate. The IR on this is so good. Too good. And I have just seen someone show themselves around, Darren. Whoever it was, if it wasn't Anne, whoever it is, can you do it again? That was very clear. No? That's it. That first one was quite impressive though. That looks cool in night vision. Oh wow. Lancaster Castle in night vision looks creepy. Just pick something else up. Coming from over there. Oh, and something else. These aren't bugs. When I'm pointing it towards that door, something just kind of flew over here from that door. Can you do that once more? I've just got a couple of light anomalies on this camera. Can you try and do it again? Oh, there was a couple there, but I don't know what that was. It was more like a flash, but right on the door. That was quite weird, mate. It didn't move, it just like flashed and then disappeared, but it was right where the door is. Try and do that one more time for me, please, if that was you. Show yourself near that door again, whoever just did it. Just did it about 2 or 3 times when I asked. Yeah, it was right near the door. One of them like it come out of the floor and flew at you. Something just went past around. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Try and do that once more as bright as you can. Speak to a few things on when I'm pointing at them. Well, apart from the one thing which you might behind you. Can you do it before I put this camera away? 'Cause my hand's actually getting cold.
It's got proper cold, hasn't it?
Yeah, mate, it's chilly. My hand's just gone freezing. Stop. Just try around you one more time. Right, show yourself around Darren once before I turn this camera off, please. I'm about to switch it off now. Just show us that you're here once more before I turn it off.